Hello there and welcome to this week's Granny's Garden. Now in my video on how to take care of lawn, I mentioned there was a certain area of the lawn that wasn't quite right. Every time the temperature seemed to rise above 20 degrees, it started getting very dry. And indeed, as the summer progressed, it gets worse and worse and worse until it actually dies out completely and it doesn't spring back until the following spring. Now, the normal causes for dieback, if it's not sick, and it wasn't sick, is either that it's lacking water or it's lacking feed. So I adjusted the water and I started feeding it, and nothing was working. So racking my brains, I said, what could possibly be the cause? And the only other thing I could think of was lack of depth of soil. So I took my good trusty shovel, stuck it into the ground, and that's what I heard. Now, it couldn't possibly be bedrock, just this amount under the surface. So I started to dig, and what did I find but large slabs of slate? And I kept digging around the area, just about 3 foot around, and I found more and more slate. So this was obviously at some stage a huge slate patio. And in the little cracks in between, it was obviously they had planted grass. So that grass, as debris and dust fell, kept encroaching more and more until it joined together and formed what looked like a lawn, when in actual fact it wasn't. And therefore it survived the spring and the autumn because there's a lot of moisture here in the mountains, but the very second things start heating up, it dies. So it's very unsightly and it's recurring every year. So what I'm going to do is remove with a spade and with an edger all of the grass up as far as where I took the alder tree out there behind me and up as far as the steps, and see how far this patio goes. Because if it is a patio, then I can use it for other things like containers. So let's go. Look here at this root. It just goes to show you how the roots always follow the easiest path. Between each stone slate, there are little gaps, and the gap is running this way, and the root of the tree is also running this way. Now this probably belonged to the alder tree that we pulled up about a month ago. I just want to force it a bit with the shovel first to see how far it goes. See that? Now that just goes to show you, to see how easily that broke. That's been about, you see? That's only been about a month separated from the mother tree. And the mother tree is obviously dead as a dodo now, we removed it. But already the roots are dying underground. Now, I've been working on this patio a few mornings this week, and I'm just going to get behind the camera now to show you what I've been up to. Now, at the moment, this looks like a right mess, and you're absolutely correct. But this is the reality of a work in progress, a real garden, and not these pretty Instagram photos. I've cleared away all the grass from this area, and as you can see, I was right. There is a complete hidden patio under what I thought was a lawn. Now, I've gone right up as far as the steps, and indeed right over to where the alder tree was. You'll see it better from this angle. This is as I come down the steps. This is where the alder tree was, and this, of course, is where the invasive vines were. So what I'm going to do is just incorporate this area into the area of shrubs I'm going to be planting this year. Now, the patio area is quite wide, as you can see, and in actual fact, it wraps right around the corner and forms a little path that goes up to the front area, the front porch area. So, as you see, I'm continue cutting, and I'm going to continue up as far as where this little train sleeper is, which divides the area of the path from the one that goes up to the front porch. I have gone from a lawn area into a hardscape area. Now this comes with its own problems. Grass is very soft on the eye, and this extensive paving isn't. So I need to look for a solution. Now this is the weeping contoniaster that got damaged in the blizzard. Half of it virtually fell off, and I just took the rest of the branches off to be able to continue with this path. What I'm going to be planting here is a Japanese maple, a purple Japanese maple. And those by their nature are like weeping and soft. So if that spills over onto the path, this area is going to be lovely and soft. Now, there's a wonderful lady in Ireland called Rachel who has a YouTube channel called Gardening at Douentza in Ireland. And she recently published a video on her top 10 trees for 2020 for small gardens. And one of them is the Cornus controversa variegata. Now, this is also known as the wedding cake tree because it's in layers. It's an absolutely gorgeous tree. And it would go fantastically right plop there where I had the alder tree. It's more delicate as well, and its beautiful branches are going to give this area, again, a softer look, which is what I'm looking for. Now, the other thing I need to do to soften this, to put the last final touch, is in the cracks to plant a ground cover plant. It's definitely not going to be grass, I can tell you that. Now, I do love Blue Star Creeper, and it flowers almost, well, for the greater part of the year. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it has a spread of 18 inches, but it's not aggressive. However, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it here or be able to find the seed here in Spain. So I'm going to be on the lookout when I go to the garden centre in the month of March to see what type of ground cover seeds or plants they have and take it from there. So this spring in the garden is going to be quite interesting because I've got a lot of projects, some of them quite big, going on. And I'd love if you join me every week, so don't forget to subscribe to watch this project progress. Watch the planting of the trees, watch the ground cover get put inside the cracks of the paving stone, and the containers getting set up. But before I can start with phase 2, I need to finish phase 1. So I've still got a bit of work to do there, lifting the remainder of the grass. I've got to clean it up, and I've got then to take all of the mess to be recycled. So I'll see you next week on Friday here in Gunny's garden. Goodbye now.